Hey there, Captain Nathaniel Lemmon, professional angler here in the state of Florida, and today I'm going to do a demonstration on the Bimini Twist, and then I'm going to connect something to the Bimini Twist using a Bristol, aka the no-name knot. I get a lot of questions when people get on my boat and they all want to know, Captain, what do you use when you're connecting a leader to your braided line? And this is my answer. It's what I've used for the last 6 years. It'll help you catch more fish. It'll help you land more fish, which is the ultimate goal. Once you catch them, you want to get them to the boat. So take a look at the Bimini Twist to the Bristol Knot. I know a lot of people get a little bit scared of tying it, but it's a really easy knot to tie, especially once you get the hang of it. It goes really quick. So I'm going to give you a demonstration today. Quick disclaimer, I am going to use paracord for the demonstration because it's thick and it's easy to see. It's not the same as fishing line, so it's a little bit tougher to use, and I won't be able to do the full number of reps, but I think it's going to give you a good idea on how to tie it and then ultimately practice it at home. So let me get to the demonstration and so you guys can see how it works, okay? Yeah, so here's how to tie the Bimini Twist. We're going to pretend like this is our line coming off of our reel. It'll feed up through our rod, and then you're going to take it and simply fold it over. If I'm using my regular line, I don't fold it over and leave that much, but with this paracord I'm going to need a lot of extra line to work with. I'll put my hand through this hole that I've created, and I'm going to wrap this 12 times with the paracord. When I'm using my regular line, I always do 30 wraps. So again, when I'm using braided line, I'm tying a Bimini Twist, I'm going to use 30 wraps, but in this demonstration I'm just going to do 12. So again, it's going to kind of look like this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From this point, I need some way to anchor this off, whether that's a boat cleat, whether it's a knob on your steering wheel, a throttle shift, or your foot. So I'm going to take this, wrap it around my foot. From there, I'm going to separate my strands of line. This will be my main line. This is going to be my tag end. I'll clamp this side in my teeth, and then I'm going to make a half hitch around this side, a half hitch around that side, and then a half hitch around both strands together. So I'm going to kind of separate the two, clamp this, and then I'll manually wrap it. Again. And then I'm going to do a half hitch, and a half hitch is pull it to the side, bring it over, and down, cinch it, half hitch around this side, like so, and then a half hitch around both strands together. So over, side, up through, and pull. From there, I'll take my scissors, side of my pliers, the snips on the side of my pliers, anything sharp, a knife, and I'll cut this tag end off. So that is the Bimini Twist tied into a braided section of line. Main braid, woven section of double strand, and then I'm left with a loop of double strand at the end. To then connect a leader to my Bimini Twist, I'll take another section, paracord, and I'm going to, again, this would be snipped off, so it's going to be out of the way. I'm going to take my leader and feed it through this hole. From there, different leaders will require a different number of wraps here. The thicker the line, the less number of wraps that you'll do. The smaller diameter line would require more wraps. So if I'm using 30-pound, I might use 5 or 6 wraps. If I'm using 15-pound leader, I might do 12 to 15. It just depends on what diameter leader you want to use. With this thicker cord, I'm just going to do 4 wraps around the line. Again, you'll just have to kind of play with it and see what you use. So again, we're going to take the leader, feed it through our hole of double strand that we created from the Bimini Twist, and then wrap it 4 times up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll bring it back down the same way, the same number. 1, 2, 3, and then we want to feed that line back out through this hole. This is the hole from our Bimini Twist. There. From there, we will take this end and we're going to snug it down and pull it tight. And you're going to be left with something that looks just like that. This will be trimmed off with scissors or snips. This side would be trimmed off, so you'd be left with something that looks just like this. This is going to be your main line, woven section, double strand, Bristol knot, aka the no-name knot, and then your leader. And you can have as much leader as you want from that point on, but that is what your knot is going to look like. Again, these would be trimmed off. So a Bimini Twist to a Bristol knot. Hopefully you can take this out and put it to use on your fishing expeditions. And like I said, it's the ultimate goal is to land the fish that you catch. So don't skimp out on weak knots that don't test out very well. When magazines do competitions, this knot always wins, hands down. So I've been using it for 6 years. Use it on the tournament trail. I use it for charters. It's what I rely on to put fish in the boat. And I suggest you take a look at it and put it to use in your angling. Hopefully you can get out there, practice it, and get out there and catch more fish. All right? Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.